are the original junglies from 19 Wadia, yeah, sir. Can't get to call them lock up. Freedom, gangster. There is no original more original than this.
Look, if you bought, boy.
Yo, what's going on? Say yons. It's your boy Jon Johnson coming straight out of KingSlayer Gaming. We back at it again with another incredible interview, but this time around, we gotta bow down. We got the one, bro. I'm talking the current and longest reigning IZW Women's Champion of the world, baby. I'm also talking the belle of the brawl out here, baby. I'm talking the Bryn Thorne. How you doing, baby? What's good?
I'm better now that I'm here with you.
Ooh, come on, baby. Come on. Yo, real talk, because if y'all been under a rock, I know y'all know who it is. I don't even got to go there. But for those who are ignorant, let them know, baby. Who are you and what is it that you do?
My name is Bryn Thorne.
From Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 135 pounds, and shut the hell up. She is the belle of the brawl, _IZW
But I travel all over. I'm a professional wrestler. I've been wrestling since, what's even like a rough estimate? I started training when I was 14. I am 22 years old now. So that gives you like a pretty good number there. I don't even know anymore. Something didn't, forget to mention, but something I should mention also is I'm the Grap Queen, as some would put it, Grap House World Champion, based out in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I'm not just the IZW Women's Champion, I'm also the Grap House World Champion.
Yo, first of all, I apologize.
Don't even.
Because I got to put respect on the name.
Good.
That's me. The problem is I'm a local boy, and I only see you slam people on top of their head for the one strap. You know what I mean? So now I know we got to put respect. We got the champ in his house. You know what I mean? Yo, real talk. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate it.
Happy to be here.
Yo, just got a few questions as we do go back and forth with it. We got to kick it off with the wrestling joint, because you just pointed out to me, baby girl, 14 years old. Now, I was back there with you. Y'all might not know. I tried to do this. I don't do this. I tried in other reasons why. Yo, real talk, the fact that you stuck with it, because back then you were a monster. Now you just a dog.
Yeah.
How do you keep that fire, baby?
Oh, it's just in me.
Okay.
Like you were just saying, I got that dog in me.
Bro, for real. How did, starting at that young age, do you really feel that it benefited you to start that early? Would you start it a little bit later on, now that you're here now? Talk to me.
That's such a good question. I definitely, just overall in generalization, I don't regret it. I think it was more beneficial. It made me grow up a lot faster in different ways. I think it's not going to be great for, degenerative bone disease in my future, but, growing, physically growing and mentally developing, and doing that to my body I feel it now. And I'm so young too. And I definitely feel it on a day to day. And I have growing concerns for that, but as far as the life experience it gave me and the learning experience it gave me, both good and bad, because there was very much bad just as much as there was good to come out of it. I wouldn't change a thing. I think it highly benefited me as far as just learning something so complex as professional wrestling, and while also balancing school and balancing a personal life. Wrestling was my personal life. I dedicated my life to that at such a young age. And it really tested me mentally and emotionally to be able to develop those skills and motor skills, just not even just mental skills, to learn the psychology in wrestling, but also the athleticism and the physical demands. It was a huge wake-up call.
Wow. Yo, real talk, you making me tired just talking to you. I get to sit ringside and I record your matches straight up. When you come in, first of all, you too damn intense. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I see, I'm supposed to be just in front of the ramp seeing y'all when y'all come in, all right? So when you go through that curtain, I don't know if y'all not used to having somebody right out there, but you don't just come out, you you almost damn near knocked me over twice. I've counted 2 times, and at the end of the day, I'm like, well, now I got to get up, I got to move on. But you scare the hell out of me when you come out that curtain, girl. What do you do back there that gets you so hyped up that when you come out there, somebody's got to get it? What's up?
I just get angry.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I try to stand out as best as I can, you know. And I naturally have always had a very like intense, like aggressive side to me. It's like when I'm back there, like I just, you know, I start getting my heart rate up, and I start, you know, like giving myself a couple smacks, trying to get ready and amped up because I'm about to go out there, adrenaline rushing, you know. I'm hitting, you know, like I hit hard, and I expect the same in return. So I try to, you know, come out amped up, show them who they're dealing with. How do I want them to perceive me? So that's important to me. I want them to see, walk out, like you were saying, like damn near knocked you over. I'm like, I don't care like what's around me. Like I've got a fucking goal in mind. Like let's go.
Bro, and I feel it. I really do feel it. And let's dive down the aggression just a tad, just a little bit. Let's take it over to the gaming space, if you will. Just because this is a gaming channel, KingSlayer Gaming LLC. You got to add the LLC so you know it's me, baby. Hey, real talk. I want to know. Were you ever a gamer? Do you game currently, or is that just you don't have time between slamming people on top of their heads, going to school, balancing that personal life? Talk to me. Are you a gamer? You ever have any interest in that?
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh.
So like I have an older brother, and like honestly, like any video game partaking has always been like through him. Like growing up, I have always like oddly enough, like I was never one for like Call of Duty or like Gears of War or like literally anything of that nature. I've always been a horror game girl. So like right now, you know, like I'm at a point in my life, like, you know, I wrestle, I have a personal life, I work. I'm not like, you know, looking to be playing video games necessarily. Like I try to have like a balance in some way. There was one point where, you know, I was playing video games like recently, but like throughout my childhood, definitely, like I was playing, obviously I think like every kid probably had like a Nintendo DS or something like that, but like I was a zombie girl to the fucking bone.
Ooh.
And I still am to this day. I am a huge zombie fan. Every show, every movie, you name it, I've probably seen it, and I love it. So zombie games, I could definitely say, like, dating back, the first ones would be like Dead Rising and Left 4 Dead, games like that, Dying Light, the Left 4 Dead 2. Like I would play those games for hours and hours and hours. Those like the team of 4 and like the backstories behind them, like the weaponry. I love a good like, you know, detailed game like that where you can be a little bit more like, not even, it's like detailed, but it's not where it's very specific. Like you only have like 4 options for weapons. You get a melee weapon, and you get like a shooting weapon, and you get, you know, like it's simplified like that. And like I like how the zombies, you know, like can't damage you as much in those games, but you can absolutely fucking annihilate them and end the mass, you know. And so just like that. And then like as I got a little bit older, like teen years, I got really into Dead Island. I am a huge Dead Island fan. It's probably one of the only games I've like been able to sit and play through beginning to end, and more than once. And I've like gotten like the DLC packs and stuff like that to extend it for like the deeper storyline. Those games are much harder, but I also love like those aspects where it's like beautiful in some ways, you know, but then the zombies are actually terrifying, and you've good weapons. It's majority not even like shooting, it's mainly like melee weapons that you have to like fuck them up with, but like that as well. And then recently the new Dead Island game came out. Okay. And I was like, oh hell yeah, like I had to get that. And I had my brother's PS4, so I was playing it on that, and that one's an awesome game thus far. Like I love it. And granted, not just zombie games I played, I also was very much into the WWE games growing up. I played those motherfucking WWE games. My very first one was WWE 12. And then one of the SmackDown versus Raws, I think it was like 2009, I want to say. And I played the fuck out of those two. WWE 13, huge one. And then as like 2K took over and they started developing ones where they even had like the performance center aspect in that WWE game, I fucked that shit up too. I was all about it. I loved them. They were so good. Like it wasn't too hard for like a young kid, you know, especially like a not really like super experienced like player to play. And I figured it out and I got good with it. And those like date back, like I could still I could still like play it right now and be like and catch on pretty quick and still have such a good time. And actually like, you know, I may or may not have participated in the making of a certain video game to come out next year. Or, may or may not have. You know, who's to say?
Yo.
Who's to say?
Okay.
My body motions maybe. I don't know.
Ooh, hey, come on. Hey, yo, clip that, at that, follow, subscribe that. Come on, baby. Yo, real talk. I gotta elaborate just a little bit, not on what we can't talk about, we know, but I really like to know, were you one of the ones that would go throughout the whole career mode in these games as well as Bryn Thorne? Is this a video game come to life experience? You know what I mean? Because I feel a little bit of it. When I watch you do moves in the ring, I'm like, that was right out of 2K. That was a little, I've seen that sequence somewhere, but way better when you do it. But I've seen some people try the motion, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, because it feels genuine. When you come out to the ring, when you have these matches, when you scream at these people, I feel like you are living your best life. And I feel that maybe it started in some of these career modes, and now you're living out that dream. Am I getting a little close to it? Talk to me.
Yeah, I would say so. Like definitely like in those career modes, you know, I can resonate with that because you're kind of just like starting from like the ground up and kind of like moving forward gives you like an idea of like what would the stereotypical like wrestler like go through at that stage. But you know, I try to be as like organic as possible. In some way, like yeah, like I'm trying to like expand on that a little bit, but
absolutely.
I'm not quite sure like how I can fully answer that question.
Sure.
Because the game story modes, like if I could date back to like remembering the career modes, I think like what do you know what year that like started in like 2015?
Oh yes, girl, I could tell you them all.
Wasn't it?
I could tell you them all. 2K15 is where they started the end story mode, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They started with the performance center, you start to have to go to there, and then you can make it to maybe NXT, then at that point you go on a little bit further. That was the first year they started. I'm a nerd, come on, it's my channel, I gotta get there. But yes, absolutely, encyclopedia of WWE 2K knowledge right here, baby, whatever you need.
Yeah,
absolutely. Come on.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but real talk, as we do talk about that, you talked about horror games. She talked about horror games. We got to bring it up. I have to know, if a zombie apocalypse was to pop off right now, do you have a plan of action already in mind? Do you know in the back of your head, I would go there, I would shack up there, I get my ammo and do my thing? Is this something that's always in the back of your mind as a horror fan? Talk to me.
Yes, of course it is.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
I'm a post-apocalyptic big like junkie. Like I just love it. I obviously don't want it to happen because it's horrific, but like it's, you know, it's not, doesn't mean like it's out of the realm of possibility. You know what I mean? I guess like if something like that were to happen, you can even like compare like it to COVID and how people reacted. You know, like it's kind of like you gotta nip it in the bud like right as it's happening. I would probably go to the middle of nowhere and shack up as much shit as I could, you know? But I'm also like, at what point in time do you want to live in that world? At what point in time do you want to live in that world? You know what I mean? It's not safe for a woman.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You gotta think like realistically, it's not safe.
See, I can't say that with you. Not with you. Not with what I've seen you do. Like, I would be behind you as you fight off the zombies. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be literally in the back crying, and you just gonna literally have to be my knight as you beat the hell out of everybody. Like I'm like like come, the way you elbow people, the way you knee people, you terrify me. You really do. You swinging your leg like that. You're getting a little too high up here. I'm sorry. Can you just? Hey, come on. That you saw that. That was threatening. That was, yo, real talk. How do you really, what do you go through to train your like, is it a certain, are you in the wushu like dojo smacking the walls with the L? Like, how do you strengthen your body to be able to do what you do?
Oh man, I lift as heavy as I can. I try, you know, I try to get that good like hypertrophy. I can't speak English. Hypertrophy. Holy shit. You know, I'm all about like, you know, lifting weights, you know, eating right, getting as strong as you can, because you got to be strong to go in there naturally. I think, you know, like everybody has their pros and cons as far as like when it comes to like, you know, their in-ring performance and things of that nature. I naturally just have always been intense. I grew up fighting with my brother, you know, so I've always had like that intensity and you know, like how you're saying, like forearms, punches, kicks. again, like that comes like stemming from like standing out. You know, like I want to be able to have that reaction of somebody watching in the crowd thinking like, oh my god, like she doesn't hit, she doesn't move like all these other girls do. Like that's a fucking fighter. Like that's why I say like Belle of the Brawl. She's a beautiful woman, but she brawls, like she fights. You know what I mean?
Bro, real talk. I'm gonna be honest with you. I told a couple of coworkers that I was gonna be interviewing you. They freaked out because when I first started doing wrestling, capturing and going to the shows, you were the first person that they always gravitated towards, no matter what. Man, woman, didn't matter. Shout out to Evelyn. I love you over at Best Buy. Love you to death.
Thank you, Evelyn.
Yo, real talk. She would literally go through the videos and say, when are you interviewing her? I need to know, because she watched your match go back with Honest John. And she was so terrified by how hard you were hitting him that she was like, oh yeah, that bitch, I want her. Yo, wherever she goes, I want to go. No matter where, because I want to follow her, and she's doing things completely different. You see, and you even talked about standing out. You truly do stand out. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because there are facets of professional wrestling all over Arizona, and I've been to a lot of different shows, a lot of them coming, not nearly as much as obviously her. However, when I'm looking at these talents, nobody on that roster, nobody on that poster fits you. Period. Man, woman, don't matter. It does not matter. Whenever you come out, we know there's a reaction coming. Period. When you rush out, now you might be so damn fast to not hear the reaction by the time you run out there and you do your thing. But I'm gonna tell you right now, these people are screaming for you, and they are living through you in a lot of different ways, right? And it doesn't matter if you are being, you can't, I don't even know what you are. You are you. Like, that's the thing. There is no, I'm a good guy, I'm a bad guy, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's what I see out of you. That's honestly what I see out of you. And it's just so easy to get behind and gravitate to, at least from a fan's perspective. That's what I take on it.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate that compliment. And also thank you to your friend Evelyn. Like, she's a real one for that.
I'm just saying.
Shit.
I'm just saying. She
Thank you
literally
so
will look
much.
through. She was like, and it was the German suplexes that did it.
Really?
Those were the ones where she was just like, jaw just dropped.
I love a good suplex. My personal favorite is that stalling vertical. Yeah, that stalling vertical, because you don't see too many girls pull it off. You know, like if I'm able to like get somebody up even for a second, I love hearing that whoa, and then I lay them down, and I'm like, yeah. I love the photos. I also am like really keen on finding a photographer.
Okay.
I think if like dating a little bit back further, I'm a little less lenient on it now. But like if I am selling, you know, and like I see a photographer, I'm gonna make a face at him. You know, like I love like finding that camera to capture a moment. But I also think it's really, really important to like also find these engaging moments with the fans. Like obviously, like that's a huge part in it. You know, like I've also slowly but surely I started to like incorporate, you know, like a little bit of humor into my shit.
Okay.
You know, I do take myself very seriously, but I'm also like, I try to make people laugh wherever I go. And like naturally, like it's a hit or miss. Like some people just don't get my humor, and like that's totally fine. But sometimes if I have, you know, a room of 200 people plus staring at me and I have an opportunity to say some funny shit, I'm gonna say it. And I would say majority of the time I do get a pop out of it. But, you know, it does good for my heart.
Come on.
I'm like, good, I got some laughs out of it. But later they're gonna be like, holy, like I want to like kind of like take them aback by like how my performance is outside of like, you know, engaging with them. I want to also like kind of give them, you know, a performance, and that being, you know, like my violent nature. You know what I mean?
I love how you were so sweet in your voice and ended with violent nature. Like that is you to the T. Like she starts like, oh yeah, I'm so sweet and kind. Have an elbow to the throat. Like that's literally you and it's. I love it. I love everything about it. Okay, bet. So I'll have another question. Want to go back to the horror joint just for a minute.
Please.
Give me your most terrifying zombie. Is it the slow zombies? Is it the fast zombies? Is it the ones that don't need light during the day? Like, give me your ultimate zombie that is just terrifying. What do they need to have to get your skin growing where you really take them seriously?
Yeah, that's actually so good. That's such a good question, because like the slow ones are slow. You know, like it's whatever. Kind of like I remember again, like dating back to when I was a little kid, like it honestly like traumatized me as like a little kid seeing zombies and shit. But like growing up, I started to like develop that love for it. So like if I were say like when I first saw I Am Legend when I was a kid, those zombies really freaked me the fuck out because I'm not fast. Like I'm fast in like short length, like short bursts, but I'm not a runner. So I'm done.
Okay.
You know, like I'm done. I could give it maybe like 2 minutes of full sprint, then call it that. But I'm also like 5'6" and some change, and so a tall zombie could catch up to me, no problem. You know, a runner. But then like you also look at like The Last of Us and those clickers, and them boys are fast. They're terrifying and they're fast. Like the Last of Us zombies, those are quite frightening. Like the Walking Dead zombies, I love. The Walking Dead is like my favorite show of all time.
Okay.
But like the Walking Dead zombies are scary at moments just of how the realistic they look, you know, and their like deterioration and likeliness, you know. And there's different kinds. Like there's like the burnt ones. There's like there's so many different looks to it. Like the genuinely like deteriorated, damaged. They really put a lot of effort into their special effects, which I truly appreciate. But yeah, like I'd say The Last of Us definitely have the scariest zombies. As far as like action goes, they do. I'd say like looking wise, The Walking Dead has good ones. The Girl with All the Gifts, they have really good zombies as well because those ones are like almost like, you know, hibernating in a way. They're like sleeping during the daytime and like in general, but you make noise, it wakes them up and it wakes all of them up, and then they haul ass after you. That's when it's that's terrifying as well. That's another one I should mention. Right next to that with the fucking clickers in Last of Us is The Girl with All the Gifts. Those zombies are freaky because those are like fungi as well. Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. See now my next question. I just want to stay here just for a second. We will get back to the wrestling. We're gonna get back to the wrestling. So were you a Last of Us gamer?
My brother was huge on it. He actually has tattoos of it. But like, I tried playing it. I was always an Xbox girly. So like, when it was on PS4 or PS5, PS4, I like was having the hardest time for a while. And honestly, no. I never really tried playing it. Whenever I did, it was just kind of like, I don't fucking get it. It's PlayStation. Like, I don't, you know. But like, yes, that's short answer.
Okay. Hey, at least we got there and it came full circle because the show dropped, right? And then you can get the full experience out of that because, man, oh my God, Pedro, you so sexy. I love my man Pedro. Oh, I love my man Pedro. He is daddy out here. I love my man Pedro. Yo, cool. Let's get back to the wrestling joint. I just have a couple more questions. Then my girls got to get back going on to conquering the world. I feel you. Yo, real talk. How is it taking over the world at such a young age? We got you on top of 2 companies, right? Destroying it left and right. Not even 2 companies, really, because just because you ain't the champion over there, you are the belle of the brawl. Like, literally, no matter where you are the center. You are the piece. You are the centerfold. You're the head, period. Like, at least as far as every time I see you and I see that face, that I can't do it. Like, that one right there. Whenever I see that, bro, that's it. You have the most emotion on every poster. Everybody else is just trying to look cool. They're just doing their thing. You, every time, I feel the emotion out of it. You just, for some reason, we just, okay, there she is. It just gravitates towards you. So how is it being that person where you are always looked upon? You know what I mean? Like, being at that young age, is it a lot of pressure for you when you go out to these shows, or are you just more of the same because you've been doing it for so long?
You know, there's always pressure. I always have like put pressure on myself to perform. I have certain expectations of myself. You know, and like within that, like if, you know, things don't go according the way I would prefer them to, do I beat myself up about it sometimes? Yeah, because I expect better, you know, and I try to give myself a little bit more grace because what we do is not easy in any way, shape, or form. But like, you know, I try to, you know, go into it with like the same mentality, not same mentality, but like a positive mentality every time. And, you know, like it's something like to be grateful for. I'm so grateful to be in the position that I'm in. You know, like I've worked really, really fucking hard over the years, and I'm still not even close to where I want to be. And like, you know, in this industry, like you can get your heart broken, you know, 10 times over, and yet you're still chugging away, and like it's so unfair at times, and it's genuinely devastating. But like it's my will. Like I wake up every morning and I'm like, I was born to do this, and I got to keep at it, you know, no matter what. It's my first love, and it's going to be my love for the rest of my life. So I respect it, you know, with my whole being, and, you know, with that respect, and, you know, like my entire time in the industry, I want to, you know, give my respects to that, pay homage to that, and show up, give my full effort, you know, show that respect to the industry, because it's like not everybody gets to do this, you know. And, you know, not everybody gets to wake up in the morning and be able to, you know, move their bodies the way that they want to, you know. And like, and I'm in a position where I have an influence and I have an impact on the viewers, and like the people that come to these shows pay their money to perform. It's my duty to give them their money's worth and give them the entertainment that they pay for.
Oh my God. Oh my, you saw that. She got serious for a second.
Just a little.
Oh my God.
Just a
Oh
little
my goodness.
serious.
Oh my goodness. Yo, speaking of serious, you are trained by my big man, the big bad Bob Bear. I'm talking Charles Cassius, baby. Yo, real talk. Love you, Charles. Love you, Charles, baby. How was it training with Charles? And also, did that influence, because I know he still like has a heavy influence on you to this day. How important is he in your life from professional and outside of wrestling? To talk to us, baby. Who is Charles to you?
Yeah, that's such a good question. You know, Charles to me, like I know him, you know, as his like real life self, and like he has made a tremendous impact on my life. You know, whether, you know, dating back, like, you know, somebody for so long, sometimes you don't really like realize like how important they are to you or the impact they've made. I've never once not thought about the impact he's made on my life. Like from the beginning, he's given me insight in wrestling. Like he's definitely, and in life, given me insight and given me opinions and told me things that you know, necessarily like you don't want to hear, but you need to hear. He's always been a fantastic role model. He's always been, you know, somebody that represents positivity and growth and being your best self, and you know, taking accountability and being responsible, and like he embodies that, and I think he's a fantastic role model, which is why he's got so many people under his wing. You know, like he shows himself, his true self, and I madly respect that, because he shows like an example, a shining example of like, you know, what a genuine, kind, good person is, and like what, you know, like I would I'm trying to think of like, I just totally like stumbled over myself.
No, you're fine,
no,
baby.
but
Don't even.
you know, I made a post one time on his birthday about, you know, like how like we say like brother in this industry, like, oh hey brother, like how you doing brother, but like there are people that you know, meet in life that become more than that, and like he is a brother to me, like through and through, and like he has helped me in my real life, like we work together, you know, and like I wouldn't have been able to have like what I have now and learn the skills I have now in wrestling and in our job without him. You know, like he's trained me in every aspect of the way, but like, you know, not a lot of people get to have someone like that in their life, and like I'm truly grateful for him.
Wow. Yo, I love it. Feel it. I feel it. You feel that, right? I know y'all felt that. Yo, let's get a little bit more amped up. All right. I want to talk about your championship. All right. What is next for the Belle of the Brawl? Where can we see you next? Who are you destroying? Who are you leaving laying? Let us know, baby. What's going down?
Yeah, for sure. So IZW is February 24th. I am wrestling my good friend Sandra Moon, and a lady by the name of Paradise, who I believe, to my knowledge, is out of Utah. So that's a you know, first for me. That's a triple threat for the IZW Women's Championship. I'm so sorry in advance, ladies. It is not going to happen. You are not taking my belt. And that's that. And then we have Grap House. We have Grap House coming up in March.
Okay.
All right. That's, I believe, March 8th. To my knowledge, I believe 8th or 9th. I need to look. That's my bad. But here's the issue: is that I've been the Grap House World Champion. I defeated G Sharp. You heard of him?
Yes.
Yeah, G Sharp. He was a reigning champion for over a year, and I beat him for that Grap House World Championship. I've built from the ground up at Grap House, and this motherfucker, Nick Xander, comes up behind me at the last show with the chair, attacks me.
No.
and puts my neck in the chair. Almost broke my neck. Yeah, can you believe that shit? I know. Look at his face. Me too. Weasel ass fucking behavior. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh no, you let loose. You cut loose.
Yeah.
Fuck him. No, absolutely.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. So and you know, now he gets a championship match. You attacked me and now you get a championship match? Yeah, put 2 and 2 together. Tell me that. Yeah. Make it make sense. I don't know. Anyway, but he's gonna get his comeuppance. Motherfucker, you don't get to come out behind me, beat me up after my championship win. No.
Hey yo, it's happening. It is happening.
You're done.
I'm just saying, March 8th, though, be there. That's gonna be GSW. I'm just saying, real talk. I am so happy that I get to witness just you being you. I'm just gonna let you know that from an outside perspective looking in, and I've been able to watch you from the jump. And we're gonna end on this just because I'm gonna get too emotional. I know myself.
Yeah.
But I remember when you first started, and I don't know how long you were before I got there, but I remember you were like, it was just you and Spray Boy Roy. Those were the only 2 people that I really gravitated towards coming back over and over again. And it was a dark time for me because myself and LT, we never saw eye to eye. We just never saw eye to eye on a lot of things for a lot of reasons. And that for me just wasn't, it was like a dark place to come to, but a place that I enjoyed because I had people like you. I had people like Thug. I had people like Watson, like people like Classic, people that continuously vibe with me and let me know, Sydney, I love you. Everybody out there that would be the people in my life that would say, hey, no, don't worry about that. Block out the negative. Come try it. We love it. We having the vibe. That was the most amazing time for me because I was not in the best place financially. I was not in the best place mentally. And I want to thank you guys for that. And you primarily, because out of all the people, you were always the person that come up to me at the beginning of a show or at the beginning of a training session, at the end of a training session. You always said, like, you are the one who taught me etiquette in pro wrestling. Like, just to let you know, like, it wasn't the trainers. It was watching you by example, because no matter how, like, I was like, who is this little girl? Who is this? She's so polite. Oh my. And then she started whooping people. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh no, I need to pay attention. I need to pay attention. This is her. This is the one. And you, the fact that you're now 22 and you stuck with it, and every single year you just get better. Like, it's not like you're just like, okay, cool, that's another year in the books. Like, it is a monument every single year you are out there. And I just want to let you know we see it and we love it.
John, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Like, genuinely, like, that
Absolutely.
was such a very, very kind thing to tell me.
Come on.
I had no idea. You know, like, everybody has like their own like experiences, especially like dating back to, like, that time. You know, like, we definitely all have our stories, but like, that was genuinely, like, I had no idea. So
Absolutely.
like, now I can leave like knowing that.
Come on.
Thank you so much.
Yes, well, thank you.
Yeah, for real.
Dude, yo, real talk, because I'm gonna get there. Oh, hang on, I gotta catch my tear.
Brother,
I gotta
you're
catch my
good.
tear. So, where can we find more of the incredible, the amazing Bryn Thorne? Let me know.
Yeah, you can find me on social media. My main shtick is Instagram, Twitter. So my Instagram is Bryn of the Thorns. So it's BRYN of the Thorns with an E-S. Like, every rose has its thorns, like that. And then my Twitter is just Bryn of Thorns. You can find my matches on YouTube, and you can find on my Instagram stories and such, like the upcoming shows I'll be at. I'll be making my debut in Canada this month. Yeah, international girly.
Oh my God.
The first for me. I'm so excited.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yo, when is this?
That's February 23rd
Ooh.
in the Canada.
Aren't you? Isn't that like right before the IZ? You gonna go back? Damn.
Yeah.
That we in AZ.
Yeah.
You gonna be in Canada the next?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, respect.
Yeah, it's
Yo.
gonna be a day, but it's fine.
Okay, yo, mad respect. Y'all gotta make sure that y'all pay attention out here, because it's not just, oh, okay, cool, she was there. She has to be in Canada and AZ within the time frame of 24 hours, baby, and then kick somebody's ass in both. Like, come on.
3 matches in less than 24 hours, I think.
Oh my God. Yo, respect. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Thank you so much for coming by. We really do appreciate you being here, dog. This has been the IZW GSW Women's Champion. I'm talking the Belle of the Brawl. I am talking Bryn Thorne. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother. I
Yo,
appreciate you so
yo.
much.
Until next
Thank you for
time,
having me.
make sure you hit that sub up. Make sure you hit up that like as well. Always share, because you already know we got to make sure we share the love and we got to grow. How else we going to grow unless we do help out here? Yo, and love you. Until next time, it's been your boy Jon Johnson, kicking it straight out of KingSlayer Gaming. Hey, you know what it is.